All right. As we close on up, one thing I want to make sure that we talk about is essentially what we've been able to break down today. So, Uncle Nearest, the Seahawks, this big tech AI bet, the advisor shortage, ESPN and Hearst. At their core, these are all stories about growth. And I want to leave with you how I think about growth because it applies to whether you're talking about your neighborhood, your community, or even your portfolio. Here is the distinction I want you to sit with. So GDP is a consumption barometer, right? Gross domestic product. It is 70% of the GDP is tied to consumer spending, right? It shows where money is going out. About 70% of America's GDP is tied to consumer spending specifically. The stock market is different. Y'all remember when we talked about the K-shaped economy and how there are those that own assets in which they are able to participate in the market's growth and the things that have that are valuable, that are assets in their growth. But unfortunately, those that are in the lower income aspect, they are not able to participate in that. More so, their discretionary dollars are being eaten up into because of inflation and the cost of living. But as we talk about that K-shaped economy, I wanted to specifically point out that the GDP is really a reflection of consumption. The stock market is different. The stock market is a reflection of production, all right, of the actual companies being built right here in the United States inside something like the S&P 500. So you ask why the stock market and the economy can feel so disconnected from each other. That's exactly why. One measures what we're spending, the other measures what we're building. And here's a lesson for your life that we can take to our family, our neighborhood, and the people who build wealth are the ones who take a portion of their dollars that they are consuming and redirect it toward asset building activity, toward ownership, even home ownership, business ownership, toward production, growth in your neighborhood, growth in your community, growth in your portfolio. It all starts with the same shift from consuming to owning. All right. Very, very important. First, we got to have that mindset shift. As we all know, what we're building here at the Financial Freedom Project is something, and even at IMC Financial Consulting, which owns the Financial Freedom Project, is really what this podcast is for, is to break down things that may be complex in a way in which you can digest it, right? And so one quick thing I do want to make sure that I want to go back to something that I said, but give you a visual. This is not financial advice. All right. So everything covered in this episode, valuations, ownership breakdowns, market data, and commentary. This is just for education and discussion purposes only. It is not personalized financial investment, tax, or legal advice, and shouldn't be the sole basis for any financial decisions. Always consult a licensed professional about your own situation. You may say, man, Isaac, why you got to say that? Because we're on the way up. And we don't need any issues impacting our ability to continue to bring this information to you, because we're going to keep bringing it, and we're getting a lot of good feedback from the information as well. So shout out to all of our subscribers. Make sure you share this with a friend. We've got some really, really cool interviews coming up. Again, make sure you check out that Roy Johnson interviews, dope interview. We're getting a lot of great feedback about that. Incredible leader in his own outright. I don't even know if I said that right, but incredible leader. But again, thank you all for your time today. Make sure you subscribe, stay tuned, and of course, stay planning.